Batman is a sociopath who uses his vast wealth to build weaponry so that he can anonymously harass and assault the mentally ill. Change my mind.
Can let this fucking punk get away with that? What's the matter? What's the world coming to?
How's that, all right?
Hey, Bruce Wayne of Hal, you said, settle your fucking ass down. I'm ready for combat, man. Get it, combat, man? No.
Yo, we have a front door, man.
So, quick story time, folks. I was clearing out my Twitter bookmarks, or as I call it, the Spank Bank, and I came across this thread that I saved from October 2020. It showcases a bunch of times that Batman used his money and power to help others, which is something that he does quite a bit. Then it got me thinking about those big brain Twitter users who like to bash and look at things on the surface level, and ignore everything else to make their point. Basically, it's been a trend for a few years now to post something similar to the one we saw in the beginning. Basically calling Batman a sociopath or a psycho who likes to beat up poor people and those with mental illnesses, and how he could use his money to actually help people instead of dressing up as a bat. It's funny because there's actual stories that explore the psychology and mental state of Batman, because
guy dresses up like a bat clearly has issues.
But you see, people like this actually ignore that and instead decide to paint the criminals he's beaten up as victims of his rich boy power fantasy. So I want to talk about that and discuss why it's a load of shit. And there are a few examples here of people painting Batman as a bad guy, so I'll show you that. But I'll be speaking pretty generally here, since most of the arguments are the same. It's always the same 3 points. He's a sociopath. He beats up poor mentally ill people. He could do more good if he just uses money instead of dressing up and fighting. So let's go over some of these things.
I just popped a bean and I'm on a helicopter.
Now for starters, I wouldn't say he's a sociopath. Or maybe he might be. It really depends on what story you read, I guess. But the guy
Clearly has issues.
And that's really brought on by the trauma he went through as a kid. Watching your parents die will scar you for life, and no amount of money in the world can replace your parents. I always thought of Batman being as much as a victim as the people he saved, since he lost his parents to a random crime. But the reason people online seem to paint him as a selfish sociopath is because he is beating up poor and mentally ill people. So let's go ahead and take a look at his rogues gallery real quick.
I just wanna fuck Michelle Obama.
Penguin and Black Mask, the leaders of the criminal underworld, pumping drugs, guns, and inciting violence within the city. Yeah, they're mob bosses. Who we got next? How about Bane? You know, a huge giant mercenary who came to Gotham just to fight Batman. Guy's an international criminal. How about Poison Ivy? Oh, I mean, the eco-terrorist. You know, the one that will literally cause a genocide just to protect her plants. It's funny when these people talk about Poison Ivy, because they usually try to paint her as like a good environmental activist, but they always seem to ignore the whole killing humanity part of her plans. Who we got next? Oh, how about Mr. Freeze? He's one that people would love to mention, because he's just a guy looking for a cure for his wife, and Batman just shows up and throws him in jail. Why does he help him find a cure? That's actually literally what someone posted. Check it out. In almost every appearance, Mr. Freeze is just trying to gather enough money so he can fund the research to save his comatose wife. Batman is a billionaire and at any point could have given him the necessary funding and removed the supervillain off the map, but nah. Jail. This is where people's lack of knowledge or complete laziness to just look it up comes into play. And people were quick to point out that when Mr. Freeze was first introduced, he actually thought his wife was already dead and he was taking revenge. And then at the end of the episode, he finds out that she actually is still alive, and guess what? Batman helps him. Or at least he finds a cure for his wife. And as someone else mentioned, Mr. Freeze isn't exactly innocent, because when he is looking for a cure, he has killed several people while doing his research. So when people say he just needs to help him, believe it or not, he has. And of course, we got the Joker, the crazy clown that has been captured by Batman and put into Arkham to help him rehabilitate far too many times to count. The one who keeps terrorizing the city and killing innocents. But clearly, he's the victim here. Batman is just a bully. It's funny when people say that Batman just beats up mentally ill people instead of getting them help, but Batman literally does. He takes them to mental hospitals. What about Deathstroke? You know, the international assassin has a personal vendetta against Batman and like the entire Bat family. I think you see the point I'm trying to make here. When you actually look at the villains Batman fights and how he deals with them, the whole just wanting to beat up poor and mentally ill people doesn't really hold up. Not only because a lot of the people he fights aren't really poor, but for many of them, he actively seeks help for them. But wait, I think I'm getting this all wrong. Of course, the people on Twitter aren't talking about the supervillains, except for the times where they do. They're talking about just the regular criminals, you know, the muggers, rapists, the thieves, murderers, just the normal people. The last time I checked, all those things are still against the law, so why wouldn't you want them to be stopped? The funny thing is, there are several times that Batman / Bruce Wayne has helped out regular criminals and convicts by giving them jobs and helping them turn their lives around. Speaking of which, let's talk about Bruce Wayne's money and power. He uses a lot to help out people in the city when he can. In his thread, you can see him using his money to help out people who suffer from natural disasters, donating to various charities, paying for kids and adults' educations, funding libraries, remodeling the whole city and setting up low-income housing, setting up and donating to various orphanages, helping street kids, criminals, and convicts all get jobs. The list really goes on. Hell, in The Dark Knight, he uses his power and his rich friends to back Harvey Dent, someone who can do good for the city. Not to mention, he's donated to the boys' homes all around Gotham until he went broke in The Dark Knight Rises. Or how about Batman vs Superman, where Bruce Wayne has a funding set up to give financial relief to the families and employees who were affected by the Metropolis fight in Man of Steel. So when people say he doesn't use his money to help others, that's just factually incorrect. He uses his wealth to try to help as many people as he can. And that's why Batman is the GOAT, okay? And if you disagree, we can fight about it. 3 o'clock, after school, by the flagpole. You can bring whoever you want, and I'll just bring my fist. Good luck to you. And that's all I really wanted to say. I just find this type of Batman slander hilarious, because it's just people looking at things on a surface level and ignoring context to prove a point. And I see shit like this almost every week online, and it just makes me roll my eyes. I just think it's funny that people are trying to defend the criminals that he fights, who are out there terrorizing and killing other people. It seems funnier considering most of the villains he fights aren't actually poor at all. That's gonna do it for the video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, go and drop a like on it. And leave a comment and let me know, is Bruce Wayne just a sociopathic billionaire who likes to beat up poor people? Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.
Pride Month! A month, Jack! Don't be so ridiculous! Shit's gay